Hi, welcome back to another video from ThisKindaGirl.com, the home of smart and sexy swinger advice. I'm not sure that's better, isn't it? I will take you from nervous newbie to sophisticated swinger in no time. Now, if you haven't done already, do please hit the subscribe button and also hit the little bell icon and you will never miss a video from me. Now, in my last video, I spoke to you all about body confidence and swinging. I spoke about how swingers are portrayed in the media, especially on social media, and how negative body image, how our negative body image and what we believe about ourselves can impact on our swinging life, and how we need to have a more realistic approach when it comes to swinging and swinger parties and clubs and the people who attend them. So for this next video, I'm going to be talking about how to overcome body insecurity when swinging and sharing with you some of my top tips. I'm going to be talking a little bit about my own experiences and what it was like when I first started going to swinger clubs, and how all of a sudden those negative thoughts that I had and those kind of body shaming things which I'd heard over the years kind of came back to hit me on what I did to rise above it and what I do now. So much to say. First of all, this post came about because one of my good friends who's in vanilla life, she's curious about the lifestyle, and she is curious about going to a few clubs and certain events. And she said to me, she confided in me that she didn't feel confident enough because she thought nobody would find her attractive. And she said that she was too shy to get her body out, and she didn't understand why anybody wants to play with her. Now for me, this girl, who I absolutely love her, she's one of the most confident, beautiful people I have met. She's the type of, I wish I had her confidence. And I wish I had her ability to schmooze and talk to them. She's one of those people who can talk to anyone about anything. She has so much personality. She's the type of person who can light up a room with how she talks. She's so engaging. She's just, I wish I was like that. And she can't see that. And for me, I wish I had even a tiniest bit of confidence that she has, and I wanted to make this. That's why I wrote the post, and that's why I wanted to make these videos, because I wanted to show her and show you lot out there that real confidence and beauty comes from within, which I'm sure you all know, and just basically share with you my experiences. So, how to overcome body insecurities when swinging. Now, everyone is different. We all have parts of our body we don't like. We all have issues with parts of our body. On some days, we don't like certain parts of it. On some days, we do. Some days, we love our bodies. Some days, we hate our bodies, or at least that's how I am. Some days, I love what I've got. Some days, I hate it. Sometimes, I'm at a party or club and I want to cover up certain parts. Sometimes, I do. And it's not always very easy to kind of be this beautiful, confident, sexy, sensual woman 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because in reality, it's just not like that. So, I've made this video so many times because I keep getting it wrong or I keep rambling, and I'm sorry if I ramble in this video, but it's just the topic which I feel really passionate about. So, perhaps in the past you have been body shamed, or perhaps you have shamed somebody. This can happen at a young age. It can happen without us meaning to, but I think we've all been guilty of doing it. We've all said things, we've all done things, we've all heard things, we've all been on the receiving end of things which are really quite unpleasant and quite negative. Now for me personally, I'm sure you're all aware at this point that this is my natural hair colour. and this is my natural skin colour. I am pale, I am a redhead, I have very white, very freckly skin. Now, I'm sure you're all aware that this perhaps is something which I've been bullied on quite a lot when I was younger. I don't even need to go into that. I'm not going to go into that. We all know how ginger people are perceived. But those comments and those kind of negative comments I received, and that body shaming that I received and that I read as a young woman, as a young girl, although at the time when I heard them, well, I was maybe 10 or 11, when I first started to kind of notice that that this is the way I was. I think it was like when I went to secondary school and I started noticing like, oh, there's not many other people who are really like me, and then certain things were said to me and I picked up on them basically. Up until that point, I was just like a total tomboy running around. I did not care how I looked or my body or anything. But when I started to get a little bit older, I kind of the cogs started turning. And hearing those things at that age, they are quite deep-rooted, and they become deep-rooted. And then in my early 20s, when I first started going to swing clubs, all of a sudden I felt incredibly nervous. I felt as though nobody would ever want to play with me. Why would they? And all of a sudden those thoughts and those feelings and that negativity, it came flooding back, and I found it quite overwhelming. And all of a sudden I didn't want to show people my body. I didn't want to take my clothes off. I didn't want to be the way I was. I didn't want people, because that's what I'd heard at that age. That's what I'd believed for so long, and I let those thoughts really overwhelm, and I gave them far more credit than what I ever should have done. And what I should have done was simply cast them aside, but at the time I really let them overpower me. Now, what did I do to overcome these issues? The first thing I did a few years ago was accept that whatever I'd heard in the past, whatever I'd been told in the past, was pure fiction. Yes, I have pale skin. Yes, I have red hair. Yes, my thighs are slightly chubby. But you know what? No one has ever said to me at a party, oh, I would, but you're just too pale. Or I would, but your hair's too red. Or I would, but I really don't like the way that my hands can grab onto your thighs and your butt. Nobody's ever said this. And if they did, I would not give those people the time of day. Nobody's ever turned to me and gone, I would, but you're ginger. Like, this has never happened in a swinger party situation. This has never happened in the lifestyle. And it's really important to understand that no one is, if somebody said these things to me, I would not even contemplate continuing talking to them or continuing conversation with them. I would not be polite to them at all. And I wouldn't let it affect me, because that is merely, I should say, their opinion. Yes, they're the facts of what I look like, but their opinion on them, that doesn't affect me. That doesn't bother me, because I am the way I am, and I accept and embrace my body the way it is. If you don't like that, that's fine, because I wouldn't let anybody touch me or talk to me who didn't like what I'm packing, basically. So moving on to my top tips for overcoming body insecurity when swinging. So the first things I did were communicate my concerns. Now, I had a concern that I was simply kind of going on about it again, but I found that the more I talk about it to my partner and the more I raise my issues and concerns, the more help that I can get with them the more help I can get overcoming these issues. It's not simply a case of, oh, you're going on about it again, or stop talking about it again. It's a case of, okay, well, this is what's going on in my mind. This is what I want to talk to you about. Can we try and find a solution? Can we talk about it? Because if you're part of a swinger couple especially, then your swinger journey is, you're part of a team. You're on this journey together. So you really need to attack it in that way, if you like. Now, as I said, finding a solution. This could be wearing different things. It could be changing your mindset. It could be doing certain things which make you feel amazing and great in your body, but doing them together as part of a couple. It could be the fact that you try on different outfits that really flatter you and going for that shopping experience together. It could be having a dress obsession at home and really putting something on and letting your partner see you in that way, and kind of opening up their eyes to what your body can be like, and allowing your own eyes to be opened and saying, yeah, actually I do look great in this corset, in these stockings, in these suspenders, in these shoes, whatever it is that really highlights what it is you've got and makes you feel sexy, and getting their feedback and also hearing how beautiful you are from them. Now, another way you can overcome body insecurity and issues is reaching out to other swingers. Now, I do have my Discord group online, which is a really positive environment with lots of different members on there, lots of people who talk about all different things. There's not just my Discord group, there's loads of other places online that you can find other swingers to talk to. But if you want to be part of an inclusive environment where we can just talk about whatever it is we want and our issues, then do please get involved. But definitely reaching out to other swingers, whether that's on swinger dating sites, online, in clubs, social meets, definitely talking to them about their experiences. You will soon realize that you are not the only ones who are experiencing body insecurities. Now, practice being in the moment. This is something which I didn't realize until later on when I started swinging. Now, when I first started, I'm sure as you probably gauged, I was so concerned about what other people would think about my body and the way I look and the way I am. I couldn't relax. Basically, I was thinking, oh my God, years ago somebody told me that pale skin and chubby thighs are really horrible and unattractive and nobody would ever want me because of the way I look. And all of a sudden, when I was in my early 20s and in a swing club, all I could think of was, all those thoughts came flooding back to me, and I couldn't relax. I couldn't get into it because I was so concerned about what other people around me were looking at and were thinking and were judging. Now, it's easier said than done, but what you really have to do is learn to be in the moment. Over the years, what I found is I've been in so many different situations that I've enjoyed so much that all my insecurities have kind of melted away because I've been so focused on the actual swinging action that before long I've realised that, the issues that I had and the concerns, the things I didn't want people to see, people have actually embraced it and they've gone, oh, wow, I really like a woman with pale skin, or, oh, your hair's really amazing. Certain parts of me they've really enjoyed. And it's the same, I think, with other people I've played with, because there's parts of other people which I don't have, and which I've kind of experienced, especially on another woman's body, when I'm so used to my own body and the way I feel and the way I am, that when I see another woman with other certain physical attributes, I'm like, wow, this is something brand new to experience. It's something brand new to enjoy. And it's the same with guys as well, I think. Basically, what I'm trying to say is there's so many different people out there with so many different body types that you realise there's something for everyone, and there's so many different types of ways to get down and enjoy it. And sometimes being in the moment and really focusing on what it is you're doing, it just means that all of your insecurities, they do melt away. The last thing you want to be doing is kind of constantly feeling insecure and constantly feeling scared to take your, to take your clothes off, or to take another step, or to do a little bit more, once you're in the moment and you're really enjoying it, I found that these insecurities, they do melt away. Now, I don't need to tell you that the sexiest trait a person can have is inner confidence. It doesn't matter if you're 22 or you're 62. If you're confident, you are sexy. This is what I mean about my good friend who I wrote this post after talking to her. She's the most confident woman I've ever met, and yet she doesn't see it. And for me, that is what makes her incredibly sexy. It's not how you look, it's who you are. It's how you perceive yourself. It's how bold you are. It's how brazen you are. It doesn't matter if you are a size 8 or a size 18. If you have that inner confidence, you are beautiful and you are sexy. Now, you never have to remove all your clothes at a swingers party. Some swingers, they stay fully dressed. Some people, they strip off as soon as they get to the club. Some people, they go in one outfit and get undressed. Sometimes when I'm at a club, I don't take off all my clothes. Sometimes I leave certain items on. Sometimes I wear an outfit which highlights what I've got, if you like, or enhances what I've got, I should say. Sometimes I do feel confident. This is what I mean about being in the moment. Sometimes I'm so in the moment and I'm confident and I'm feeling it and I'm feeling great that I do get undressed. Sometimes I'm still in the moment and I'm confident and I remain dressed, I don't take off all my clothes. Nobody's ever going to insist that you take off your clothes. This is something which people ask me about a lot. Am I going to have to take all my clothes off? No, you're absolutely not. Only ever move at the pace you are comfortable with. Nobody's ever going to insist that you take the clothes off. Nobody's going to be walking around going, yeah, but you've got to take your trousers off, mate, or you've got to take your bra off, love. Nobody's ever going to say that to you. You don't have to get strip off. You can remain as clothed or as little clothed as you wish to, basically. So, sorry, just moving on to my last top tip. So what you really need to do is, I know it's easy for me to say, but really shift your mindset, because we are all beautiful, and sometimes we get so concerned with comparing ourselves to others and comparing our body type and what we have or what we haven't got or what we look like. We actually lose touch with who we are and the reasons that you are in the swingers club in the first place. Now, I think this is really important to bear in mind. There's a lot of people out there who would love to go to a swingers club. There's a lot of people out there who would love to learn about swinging, who would love to have the confidence to even have the conversation, or even have the confidence to seek out information about it, or go to a club or seek out a club. The fact that you're already doing that, the fact that you're already got that open mind, you've got the mindset, the fact that you're already taking steps, you want to learn more about lifestyle, is something which you should use as a great base to learn and grow from. There's so many people out there who I think would like to learn more or would like to know more, but simply have not got the confidence to even take the first few steps. The fact that you're already doing this by watching my videos, by learning about lifestyle, by perhaps chatting to other people, by perhaps looking online, is a huge and encouraging first step. Take that confidence, take that first positive few steps and go with it, because it is going to propel you. Just know that you are already doing what a lot of people will never be able to do, because they haven't got the confidence to do it in the first place. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's made sense. I hope I haven't rambled. Sometimes I get a bit I go off on a tangent, especially when I talk about things which are really personal to me, like body confidence. I'm not a body confidence and image expert. I'm a non-monogamous expert, and there's loads of people actually who I follow, and loads of other content creators, especially over on my Instagram. So if you want to check them out, do please have a look. I will put the links to the Discord in the bottom of this description. So if you want to come and join in the conversation and have a good talk about how you like to party or what you like to do or how you like to feel, then do please come and get involved, and I shall see you next time.